Hey folks, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo. I want to help you get your mojo back. So we're talking about Mars entering the constellation of Leo today. Well, it's not happening today, but today we're talking about it. And it's pretty exciting. It happens on May 20th and it moves through Leo until July 10th. And I'm going to talk about that. Come by, say hello. During this time, we're going to, anytime a planet enters a different constellation, we feel that, but it doesn't mean that the Mars in Leo is doing something to you. But what it does mean is that it reflects and mirrors back to you what's happening in your world and where your energy is going. Let's just break it down so you understand a little bit better. So Mars in astrology represents momentum, action, possibly aggressive, possibly assertive. Depends on who you are. You're the one making the choices. It's not the planet who's choosing for you. So when Mars is anywhere in your world, in your chart, astrologically, let's take a look at the chart actually. When Mars is anywhere in your chart, and this is the chart of May 20th, when Mars enters Leo in the constellations, and you are suddenly feeling that urge to fill in the blank, to make it about you, or to finish a project, or get really excited about fill in the blank. So depending on where Mars is in your chart, in what house it's in, because each house has a different set of meanings and guidelines to help you find your way. And Mars is an active way. And it represents the part of you that wants to be moving, that wants to be, but what's your momentum? That's the thing. When it's in the sign of Leo, it can be magnanimous, it can be generous, it can be jovial and happy and productive and excited and dramatic and let's put on a show for grandma, you know. or Mars can be in Leo can be well, I didn't get that. You got that thing? I didn't get it. Why didn't they call me? You know, so then the wounds can show themselves. And sometimes it's usually a lovely mix of both mundane and esoteric. But when Mars enters, and I'll cover what each of the signs can expect. When Mars enters Leo on May 20th, soon in June, it's followed up by Leo, Venus entering Leo. So there's going to be a combination of Mars at some point. There's a juncture of Mars and Venus, both in the sign of Leo. So that adds this element of you wanting to discover something like I'm a poet, or, you know, I can sing, or I want to lead that group, or I've got a political cause, or I want to care for children, or I am going to finish that degree, or, you know, depending again on where Mars and then Venus are in your chart. So this is a very telling next couple of months because your momentum is based on your perception. And your perception is all about your beliefs, and anything you practice daily, whatever thoughts you're thinking, they become your belief system. So if you believe that you're going to be cheated, if you believe that you're not enough, and one of the negative quotes for Leo is the not enough clause. It's like, oh, well, if I were enough, they'd love me. If I were enough, they'd want to hire me. If I were enough, you know, they would stay, or I would have made it already. So it's important to look at the parts of you that go into a wounded place. It doesn't matter what sign you are, a sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. But when you go into a wounded place, in any moment, you're going to be reliving your past and your perceptions of the not enough clause. So we want to smooth out these wrinkles and start feeling a little bit more empowered. The magnanimous side instead of the me side. It's like, you know, and that happens to all of us, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if that's where you've been for many years because of something that happened in your past, and most humans will do that, then it's time to move on, because this is all about a growth phase. Anytime any planet enters a new constellation, what's reflected back to us is, okay, now what do you want to do? Now, how do you feel about yourself? Now, what do you think? Now, what do you believe? Because the majority of people, and 95, and this is scientific, 95% of you is unconscious, and you're operating from an old program. And so you go around and around and around. It's like, no, they're not going to hire. We're in a recession. Look at the economy. No, he doesn't want. I'm overweight. He wouldn't want to date me. How do you know? I mean, even I that see things and see people, I am always surprised by how expansive the world is and the people in it when I'm not fixed on a belief system. Then magically, it's like magic. It comes to you when you change your mind, you change your vibration, you change your thoughts. So Mars in Leo represents that I'm going to bust free. I'm going to bust a move, maybe, or I'm going to go to a place of feeling a little bit more optimistic and generous. And I think there's a hair stuck to my glasses that are sticking in my eye. Okay. So I use this because I type a lot and my finger's been hurting. So there we go. So when I'm looking at a chart like this, which happens on May 20th through July 10th, but in that phase, Venus will be going. In fact, let's find it. Let's find when Venus, this is a fun program, 0 degrees Leo. Oh, June 5th. Okay. So on June 5th, Mars and Venus will both be in the sign of Leo. But I want to just back it up, the previous one. Wait, what happened? Reset. Okay. May 20th. When Mars goes into Leo. Okay. So okay. That didn't work. I don't understand what just happened. My computer's going crazy. Where are we? There we are. Okay. May 20th, Mars enters Leo at 12:23, 18 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Adjust for your time zone. But it doesn't really matter what the moment is that it enters unless you're doing a chart and calculating a chart for someone. But when you look at your chart and you see, well, where's my Leo? Where is 0 degrees Leo? Where is 5 degrees Leo? Where's 3? I'm a 3 degrees Leo moon. So I know exactly where I'm going to feel that oomph, that extra energy, not because the planet's doing it to me, but because it's timely for me to put a focus on that. And whatever I perceive about what's happening with my world and partnerships and relationships, I'm going to ask myself, do I feel like a victim, or do I feel like a generous spirit who is attracting more generous spirits? Whether it be because Mars is going to be falling on my moon in my 7th house. When the moon is in the 7th house. Yeah, that. And then Mars on it's like, yeah, I'm going to have this idea. I'm already having it of how my husband and I, my partner, my main partner, are going to move forward in life. Remember, Mars is momentum. Where are you moving? Where are you going? And we're very excited and passionate, Mars in Leo, very passionate about our trajectory for our business, because my husband manages my business as well as his own. And so when you look at where Mars is, number one, ask yourself, what's my momentum been? Has it been kind of lackadaisical? Has it been excited? Has it been staccato, fits and starts? Has it been, pedal to the metal, burning it, baby? All right. So we just have to honor what we're doing, yes, but also ask yourself, are you on autopilot? Because if you have the same reactions every time you see a post or someone says something about a political party or the supermarket down the block that was just acquired by a different company and now they've changed the prices, it's like, what's your momentum? No matter where you are in the world, in your mind, and who you're talking to, what's your trajectory? How do you want to move forward? And moving forward isn't it. Most people are on autopilot. It's like, well, I get up, I go to work, I have a thing, I got to go there, I got to do the laundry, blah, 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 blah. I get stuff done. That's the mundane part of Mars. I get stuff done. Okay, well, is it stuff you want to do? Is it stuff that makes you feel good? Are you resistant to that stuff? Can you farm it out to somebody else? Can you hire? Can you put it down on lower on the list of things to do? And in Leo, because if you don't, Leo will create resentment around that. Not that a Leo person will do that to you, but the part of you that is represented by Leo, which is the sun, the light, the ego, the self, the will. Leo can be an energy that is dramatic or melodramatic. Melodrama has been there, done that, and you need to stop. Because then it becomes almost an obsessive self-abusive behavior. Melodrama, right? You just can't get out of the pattern. You're stuck in a circle that you just can't seem to, break free from, because it's like, well, they didn't call me back and I gave them money and they're not. And so we break free of that because that's where the wound is. So, and then there are some Leos who are so forgiving and so magnanimous that they say, oh, well, it's just who they are. But deep down, they're wounded. And whatever you're vibing on, whatever level, whether you're a Leo, sun, rising, moon or not, you are going to attract to you what you're vibing. Form follows thought and feeling. You think it, you feel it, you bring it. Bring it. We just watched a couple of days of silly, funny movies just to make us laugh. We saw Pitch Perfect and Bridesmaids and anything with Melissa McCarthy, and we were laughing. And so when I think of Mars and Leo, I don't think of being wounded. I think of being passionate, directed. I've got stuff to do. I'm writing books. I just finished creating all the covers. I'm getting close to, the first book was rewritten from 13 years ago, ties into the second one, ties into the third one. I'm a quarter of the way through the third book. So I'm excited about that. What are you excited about? Come say hello. Hey, Rhonda. So what are you excited about? And what's your momentum? Where do you want to go? And make it a conscious effort. Powerfully present. These are my keywords. Powerfully present. You may borrow them. Powerfully present. Magically magnetic. Creatively, I forgot my own keywords. Creatively content. Creatively content. Whole. Light. Grateful. Free. Okay. So if you put your path, your thoughts on a path of, well, this thing happened, whatever the thing was, from your neighbor fed your dog and you got pissed off about it. Like, don't feed my dog. You don't stop that. So you can feel aggressive, passive aggressive, Mars, or you could feel proactive and say, oh, that was really thoughtful of you, but he is on a special diet. So I'm going to ask, please, that, you just check with me before you want to give him a treat. Thank you so much. That is different than, fuming in your kitchen and pacing in your living room because your neighbor was kind and generous to your dog, but they don't know. Is there air? Sam. Galaxy Quest. Anyway, I just went off on a tangent. So it's really important that you get clear on during this phase, which is going to set up the next phase and the next and the next and the next. And just think of a kaleidoscope. It never stops changing. You never stop changing. Because when you do, you have congealed. I'm going to quote John Bradshaw from about 35 years ago. Because then you will have congealed into your final self. Might as well just sit down and eat a bag of potato chips. You're done. But do you want to be done? I think you want to be creative. I think you want to be creatively content. And creative doesn't mean you have to sing, dance, write, paint, tap dance, whatever. It can be, I have a thought. I want to plant a garden. I want to give back. My kids are now grown, I don't have any grandkids, but the school over there, they need donations. So I'm going to have fun shopping or making a tray of goodies for the kids for Halloween. So whatever that means to you, it's important that you are conscious about your creation. Mars is momentum. You choose what kind of momentum you'd like to have. Leo is either I'm wounded and therefore need to make it about me so that I feel like I'm getting my needs met, because if I don't, it's like saying, and I used to do this all the time because I was so insecure about everything. And I would make something for someone, they'd come to dinner and I'd make it and I go, what do you think? Do you like it? It took me 4 hours and I really love it. And so all I did was talk about what I did instead of just giving it to them and watching them enjoy it. So the shift will occur when you catch yourself in the moment of, do you need the praise? Because Leo can be touted as being the proud parent, and my kid does everything. My kid got all A's, and I have stickers all over my car because of my kid. And so that becomes the me phase, and it's about me and it's about me. But when we take it out of me, now we have to pay attention to ourselves. And it's not like a dig for people who need that, but it's just, let's balance the scales now. That's all. Oh, is that a Libra thing? Yeah. But it's, I have a need. What's the best way I can move forward momentum to express that need? And is it something I can do for myself? Is it something that I can stop resenting other people for not doing? Yes. Number one. Number two, can I stop expecting them to give it to me? Yes. Because those kinds of negative Leo vibes are, I'm a victim. I'm never enough. It's never going to happen. Why? I just think of a long time ago I think it was on SNL that Bette Midler was watching a guy play piano, and she came in and just stood in front and said, the piano has 88 keys. This chump knows 6. Why? It just sounded like such a whiny Leo phrase. Now, I don't mean every Leo sounds like that. It could be Aquarius that sounds like that. It could be Taurus. It could be anybody that sounds like that. But the more magnanimous side of Leo is, oh, wow, I'm just going to keep my head down. And I don't, please don't pay attention to me, please, because I'm too embarrassed. I just want to give behind the scenes. So there's the extremes, right? No extremes. We want, I did this. I want to share it. How does it make you feel? That's my momentum. I did this. I want to share it. How does it make you feel? Because I'm going to revel in the joy of your joy. That's the magnanimous part of Leo. And you're feeling a little down? Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. And so then you start like, what do you need? Hey, what do you need? Come on, let's go together. And so the momentum becomes a community of wanting to, you don't want to mother people or father people, but it's like a supportive parent energy. Cancer and Leo represent the parents. The masculine parent would be Leo, the feminine parent would be Cancer. So it's, I want to nurture, I want to help, but you must nurture you first. Does that make sense? I think it's important that you do that, because the playful, proactive side of Mars and Leo can help you get stuff done. You see solutions that can happen, and that's creative. That is feeling creatively content. And, you might feel ambitious. You might feel, let's see what's going on over here. With Mars in Leo, let's just progress it a little bit and say, okay, let's go a little faster. So let's say by early June, there we are. Mars is 7 degrees. Venus will soon be entering Leo. We'll still have a lot of Taurus going on, and Taurus and Leo are fixed. The energies are fixed. They believe something. They're loyal. They are practical. they're more grounded, they're thoughtful, they think about stuff, they value it, they need to. That's the Taurus vibe combined with the Leo vibe. I think this will be fun. Let's have a picnic, or let's go apple picking. Let's bring the crowd in. What can we do as a collective? Or over at the library in Sedona now, they are offering movies. Not just in Sedona, but here I live in the village of Oak Creek, which is not Sedona proper, but it's Sedona, and a tiny little adjunct town. And so right now in our little library, they're offering movies. And so it's like, let's bring the people together and entertain. So the energy of Leo likes to and loves to educate, entertain, and dramatize. Now, I'm not talking about melodrama, because there's that too, which we just discussed, but I'm talking about the more proactive version, which is drama. Drama breaks up patterns. Melodrama keeps you stuck in patterns. Okay, that's the distinction. So when we watch a movie, or we have a poetry reading, or we join a book club, and we discuss things, or we join a writer's group, or the choir, you're expressing a part of you that has a passion for the drama, for the stage, for the theater. Or you start buying tickets so you could attend these things and support the people already doing these things. Or you see the solution in the business and you want to incorporate a team. Go team, go, Leo. And Leo's vibe is, as it educates, it can be a professor, a teacher. It could be, anything of that ilk. Or the energy of Mars and Leo can be, I want to share with you. My Leo moon is always thinking of, what do I talk about next on Facebook? And I have like a million ideas of what I could talk about, and on YouTube. So I want you to benefit, because it does my heart good to know that you can walk away with one thing that helps you feel like, I feel a little more enthusiastic. I feel a little more positive about my day, because I know I'm the creator of my reality, and I don't have to let that stuff bother me. Not my circus, not my monkeys. That Polish saying, I love that. So when you start to encounter moments of fiery passion, and let me just go over this so that, when you start to encounter moments of fiery passion, then you're going to have that feeling of, I feel fulfilled. I feel excited. And then you start to magically attract and magnetize things to you that you've been wanting. That's how it works. So enthusiasm, if you break down the word origin means deity on the inside. So the more you're feeling enthusiastic about your momentum for yourself or others, the more you are actually creating a vibration that goes out into the world and collapses time and space and brings the next best thing to you. Isn't that easy? Okay, Aries. With Mars and Leo, it's in the 5th house. And of course, your chart may be a little different if you're on the cusp, but this is a general reading. So Mars in Aries for you, because you're a fire sign and so is Leo. Mars is Aries muse. So when Mars is in Leo, you're fired up. And it's the 5th house, and it's playtime. It's creation time. It's romance time. I'm going to spend time with the grandkids, or I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to help the community garden team. I'm going to become part of the board member. I'm going to do this thing. I want to write something. I want to sing something. I want to create something. I want to have romance. I want to just feel sensual. I want to have a great time. Aries, sun, rising, and moon. Have fun with that. Taurus, it's going to be more, what can I do in my home? It's the 4th house. What can I do? What about my feminine parent? Taurus, sun, rising, and moon. What about my feminine parent? What if I am the feminine parent? What do I want to do regarding decorating or sprucing up the place? Is it time to plant a garden? Is it time to paint the walls? Is it time to feel excited about something I am doing with passion in my home? Taurus, sun, rising, and moon. Gemini, it's all about the 3rd house, communication. And communication is not about talking. Gemini, sun, rising, and moon is about perception. So with Mars and Leo, your perception is going to be, why did I just think that thought about them? Or I think I said something maybe I shouldn't have, or maybe I should have said something and I didn't. Or why am I thinking like this? And why do I feel all fired up and I don't know how to express myself? So before you open your mouth, Gemini, Sun, Rising, and Moon, that communication is about your higher inner self. So when you commune in you, are you coming from just your head or just your heart or just spirituality? How about all three? Body, mind, spirit connection, Gemini, Sun, Rising, and Moon. All right, Cancer, self-worth, second house, also money, income. And with Mars and Leo, you could make money through anything that is entertaining, anything that is educational, anything that motivates, anything that is powerfully passionate, anything that you feel is of value to you. Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Moon is going to increase your self-worth. And if you've got that, you've got enthusiasm. If you've got enthusiasm, then here comes all the stuff that you want. So plan a budget and work on things that you love, only the things that you love. Leo, first house, it's all about you, baby. Leo, Sun, Rising, and Moon. So what I want you to do is just breathe, take it in, feel motivated toward whatever it is. If you're thinking, oh, I have to finish that email or write a paper or finish my work. And okay, well, if you're at a job and you have to finish your work, you're not going to, start scrolling through Google for, comedy videos that you like. We hope not. Be responsible. But when it comes to you on your own time, how do you feel about this momentum? How do you feel about the next best thing? How do you feel about your thoughts and your ideas? How do you feel about your feelings? Because if you don't like that, you don't like what you're feeling, you need to change that momentum. All right, Leo, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Virgo, 12th house with Mars and Leo, you are ready to heal something. You're ready to heal your body, your mind, your attitudes. You're ready to go to that place of expansion through either counseling, some kind of physical rehab, or maybe it's a whole new attitude, Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Moon, that helps your body to quicken the healing, to accelerate the cellular process of wholeness. Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Moon. I love that. And pay attention to your dreams too. Okay, so Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, 11th house, and that is your relationship to other people and your dreams coming true. So what do you want? How do you want to proceed? Mars and Leo means somebody's in your arena, in your midst, that's either got the clipboard and the bullhorn and telling you what to do. And you're thinking, you're not the boss of me. Or maybe you are, and I should maybe find another job. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon. 11th house is also the people that you attract into your world. So you're going to attract someone or someone's. Could be a group, could be a person, could be an associate at work. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, but this person could be a Leo, Sun, Rising, or Moon, but they have Leo vibe, and that is, how can I help you? How can I be part of your expansion? Or, you didn't get that thing done. So here comes the criticism and that feeling of you're not enough. So Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, if you're dealing with a client, a family member, or a group that you feel minimized by, say goodbye and open up to, I'm ready. Listen to the beginning of the intro of this entire show and tell yourself that you're ready to attract motivation and passion. And next is Scorpio, 10th house, all about career. And career doesn't mean, if you're retired or you are at home with the kids, it can mean your life direction and also your masculine parent, Scorpio, Sun, Rising, and Moon. So if you have a Mars and Leo and you are dealing with a masculine issue, and either there is grief or there is regret or there is the idea of, I need to step up. My momentum needs to step up in order to educate myself or others, my coworkers, my dad, or the person in my life that was like my dad, and or the what do I do now phase. And so Mars and Leo, when you're more centered, body, mind, spirit, you're going to attract to you a great opportunity. All right. And so put your thoughts and feelings on things that give you what we talked about up top, that passion, that enthusiasm, that joy, that exuberance, that I want to give back. I want to do for me. I want to give back. Okay, Sagittarius, ninth house. Excuse me. We are looking at whatever kind of education you're doing, you're learning, you're teaching. What are your values, your higher minded self? What kind of contracts are you engaging in? What's the legal ramifications of those things? With Mars and Leo, you might actually attract an opportunity, a business opportunity, so that you can expand through your own wisdom and knowledge. So it could deal with publishing. It could deal with marketing. It could deal with a new career. Even though 10th house is career, 9th house sets up the career with the education, the contracts, the people that you're going to be working with. And so Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon, 9th house is all about the higher learning and education of your philosophy in life, because you're about to attract it and bring it to you. And it could entail travel. So whether you're traveling to a new dimension in meditation, or you're going to France for the summer, whatever, or you're traveling to a new area of life that is foreign to you, we're dealing with some foreign matters. And you're going to feel excited about what's coming your way. So Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon, 8th house is where Mars and Leo shows up. And for you, that's all about money with others, and also your access portal to the to the 5th and 6th dimensional world, your spirit self. So meditate more and look at joint resources. What do you need to do? Do you need to clean up your taxes, your insurance matters, your banking? I'm a Capricorn rising, and I was at the bank yesterday for a while. It's like, okay, we need to put these accounts into the trust for, our beneficiaries. So estate planning ties into this as well. Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Mars in Leo represents moving forward with an idea or a passion that helps you to not just feel enthusiastic about your life and your endeavors, and to commune with another. It can be sexual. It can be sexual healing, or it can be you've collaborated with someone and now you're reaping the benefits and the rewards, and that can mean actual cash. Okay, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. We're in the 7th house. I want to sing the again, but with Mars in Leo in the 7th house, it's getting down to, okay, now that maybe you just got bought a house with your roomie, your best friend. Maybe you got married. Maybe you're going to a new place internally with partnerships, with a business partner, with a fan club. Maybe you decided, oh, I used to write a blog. Now I'm going to do a podcast. Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. So the 7th house with Mars and Leo, it shows up as an opposite energy, but it also shows you how to navigate the extremes so that you're not doing all the work, or they're not doing all the work, thereby creating zero victim and zero resentment in the relationship. Whatever the relationship, it can be you have a vendor, you hired a contractor, and you think they can read your mind, and they don't, or you talk to your spouse or intended, or your life partner, and you say, yeah, I really wanted to do this, and they look at you and say, I never heard you say that before ever. So where'd that come from? Right? So Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon, it's about you really harmonizing your momentum with a partner and include them. Look for, things are not always 50-50, but they could be 70-30, 80-20, but you want to have the communication that says, I'd like to move in this direction. Whether it's with a vendor, a contracted employee, or whether it's a spouse, or in your own idea of who your fan base is. And that could be the people you work with, or it could be, an actual fans if you're a creator, content creator. Okay, in Pisces, Mars in Leo ends up in your 6th house. I want to see you take it easy. You might feel all ready to go, but out of the gate, but you might feel sniffly, or you might feel like, oh, my back, I've been sitting, you're like so intent looking at the computer and you're working that your back is, so you get up and you're like, ouch. Because Leo represents the spine and also the heart. And if your heart's not in the job that you're doing, stop right now, take a break, reassess, and come back later. And that's what Venus in Leo is going to help you to do, Pisces, as well. But if you are gathering all the components, Pisces, sun, rising, and moon, to really understand what you're doing and why, are you lobbying for a cause? Are you, having people in the neighborhood sign petitions? Are you taking better care of your health? The 6th house deals with your health and the work that you do, and your community service. So Pisces with Mars and Leo there, you're going to have some great ideas about what other people can do to help lift the vibration for a community. So maybe you work in a nursing facility, or maybe you are, work at a dentist's office, or you've got pets. This also deals with pets. So you might be thinking, oh, I want to give to the Humane Society. I want to donate some stuff to the Humane Society, or I'm going to adopt a pet, So any or all of these things come into play, Virgo, sun, rising, and moon, but you must take care of your health. If you're feeling icky, you just relax, please. And understand that you can be on top of the world with a solution without ever leaving your house and without ever leaving your chair, just by creating the vibration. And that's for everyone. All right, folks, what I want you to come away with really is that when Mars in Leo, which has through June 3rd or 4th, it will be opposing Pluto. Your deepest ick will emerge, and then you're going to go, oh, that's why they don't call me back, or that's what. So you're going to see that you are, Leo, the center, Mars and Leo, the center of your reality. You are the reason for everything in your world, everyone, regardless of sun, rising, or moon sign. You are the reason that everything is in your world. So as Mars and Leo opposes Pluto in Aquarius through June 4th or 5th, from May 20th, you're going to feel that feeling of, oh, wow, I just had a mind-blowing experience. You're just going through your day, la, 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 and somebody goes, no, I won't do it anymore. And you're like, I'm sorry, what happened? And that's when you realize you're not so la, 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 because you're outputting a frequency, a vibe, a vocal range, activity, something that's going to, poke into someone's world. And so that's just a mirror being held up to a part of you that believes what they are doing or saying against you. So when the victim comes out, when the wound is revealed on any level, you can own it, number one. And number two, you can say to yourself, I'm ready to smooth this out. I'm ready to go deep inside myself with daily meditation. Even if it's 10 minutes, just getting quiet and inhale, exhale, and just pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. And then see and feel the higher inner self connectedness, body, mind, spirit. It's all one, it's whole. And that's your momentum. That's your jumping off point right there. Even with Pluto in Aquarius opposing Mars in Leo, it doesn't have to be explosive. For some people, it will. For some people, it will be. The resistance is so extreme that there will be, we hope not war, but there will be more news in the news. But in your life, no. It's just relax. Know that you are whole, you're supported, you're loved, because you are loved. So love that you are loved, my friends. Love that you are loved. And these extremes will come to the center so you can have the awareness and become who you are meant to be on this planet. All right, folks, I'll be back next week. Have a beautiful week. Stay present, because we're going to be entering into Mars and Leo very soon. And then we'll be talking about Venus and Leo coming up, and more on Mars opposing Pluto in the weeks to come. All right. As always, I appreciate you. I wish you peace, and thanks for being here. See you next time.